This video chart presentation at Eastman Kodak Company, brought to you by allpennystocks.com. Eastman Kodak is a New York Stock Exchange company trading under ticker EK. Stock's been struggling. There was some bankruptcy possibility talk that kind of hit the wires, made this dive off pretty hard. It's since recovered though, since lows below 60 cents. It's holding the base right here around $1.06. And that's a spot we're going to keep an eye on right now, see if this has got another push in it. Bollinger Bands are still trending downward slightly, you can see. But as it holds the base and the Bollinger Bands continue to tighten, we'll keep a closer eye on this. Of course, it was just the massive dive with the share price fall like it did. Still seeing an uptrend though in the MACD. ADX losing a little bit of steam. It's still in trend mode because it's holding above 30. DIs have about equalized. It puts it in a pretty neutral position overall. MFIs, of course, got a sharp rebound. Some buying did come into this play. But you can see the MFIs are showing that some of the selling pressure subsided. Accumulation distribution holding the base. Again, pretty neutral. Shaking money flow. Selling pressure has clearly been dominant. But over the last month, it's not been as dominant. CCI trying to put together a little bit of an uptrend, holding over the negative 100 mark. Full still. Momentum keeps trying to come into it, but you can see it just can't hold. Falls right back down. In a position right now though to possibly reverse. We'll look for a roll through here. Head back towards 50. Tricks trending upward. RSIs holding in bear chart territory. But again, you can see a little bit of an uptrend trying to happen with them. Indicators overall are just giving a pretty neutral look. That should be kind of expected. I'd like to run through them real quick anyways, just to see if there's something in there that could be pretty startling. But in this case, there's really not much there. It's really going to come down to the candles as always. Look for that support level right around that $5, $6 mark to hold. Holding now for several weeks. On the initial bounce, it pulled right back up to there. The dollar mark itself is typically a pretty strong area of support. This is just slightly above it, so we'll look for that mark to hold. Resistance does come into play right in there around that $1.20, $1.22 range. That was the first area of support it was trying to hold on the initial bounce. Now it's set itself up as some pretty firm resistance. So mainly what I'll be looking for is the breakout of this channel. You can see it closed at $1.16. Next spot of resistance, come in some secondary right there around $1.34. But I expect it to really pick up around $1.50. Couldn't close above that mark on the initial bounce. Did touch $1.57, but basically pulled right back down. 50-day moving averages right there. It's actually registered at 148, but that presents a pretty substantial upside from where it is at $1.16 to go up and challenge $1.48, $1.50. I try not to mix too many fundamentals into this. This is always just a technical look at the chart, but obviously there is some things going on with Eastman Kodak. It's hard to ignore it when it's a New York Stock Exchange company, but technically speaking, as long as this support level can hold, this chart can stay in play. And even though it is a big board stock, you can see that gains can come pretty quickly. There's a lot of liquidity in the stock, 3.5 million shares traded, and that's actually on the lower end of its average. So liquidity is definitely not an issue with this. It has shown it can drop in leaps and bounds, so you got to be sharp, pay attention to it. Stop loss orders are always recommended. It does have a pretty nice upside if any push can come in and it can break through that resistance point. And for that reason, I'm going to keep it on radar as a technical stock to watch and see how it performs from here. As always, merely my interpretation of the EK chart. I'm not a financial consultant and strongly encourage you to do your own proper due diligence and consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Please visit the allpennystocks.com website to view the full disclaimer disclosure. Do not base any investment decisions upon any material found on the website and/or this video chart. No person employed by All Penny Stocks is a registered investment advisor or licensed broker-dealer. Thank you for watching and trade smart.